Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is Boss Betty KE YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please make sure that you do subscribe. Hapa ni mapenzi to love. We do lifestyle videos, cooking, cleaning, chatting, story time, advice, just everything, lifestyle, my day-to-day life, motherhood, everything, and it's a mix of everything. Yeah, so welcome back to returning subscribers. If you haven't subscribed and you're a new subby, please make sure that you do like the videos, go to my channel and see some of the content that I've created there. Yeah, so welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do this video and touch a bit on interview interview for us. Once you finish university, sijui college, interview for us is if you're just a fresh graduate, it's a process which is new to you. It's a process you've not gone through before. It's a process that keeps you on edge because you're anxious, you're just wondering which are some of the questions that these guys are going to ask me. How do I dress up? How should I look? What should I carry? Which are some of the things I need to know? There are so many things that go through your mind. But also, just like any other practice or any other process, you become better at it. The more you do interviews, the more you become better at it, the more you become an expert. I've gone to too many interviews. I've tried so many jobs here and there before probably I landed whatever I'm doing right now. And I also had my experience. And during the first time, it comes with a lot of anxiety because you don't know what to expect. You don't know how to go about it. You don't even know how to carry yourself in front of these people. So if you're wondering, what is an interview? An interview is a procedure whereby you have two participants involved. First, there is the interviewer or the interviewers, who most of the time we call them as the panel of interviewers, because normally with the interview process, the interviewers, even for the corporate, it's not just one person. You may find two people, three people, four people, depending on the company's policy or the institution's policy. So it's normally a panel of interviewers. There are many. I've never come across whereby an interview has one person. Normally there are many. So we have the panel of interviewers. Hi. And then we have the interview. The interview now is you yourself. You're going for that particular interview and you're looking for that particular job. So it's a process whereby the interviewers ask the interviewee questions, and the interviewer is supposed to answer these questions. And you answer them to the best of your ability. And normally I call the interview process a sale process. You see these people who sell ndawa za mende huku nje, these hawkers, the hawkers who sell sijui the cockroach medicine or insecticide. That's how I take the interview to, because these people, just by the way they speak, you find them at the end of the day. There are some who have sold very much, there are some who have made too much sale, alafu kuna wengine labda hawajauza. Why? Depending on how you sell your product, depending on also how you present yourself to the people. Unaenda kwa magari, unaongelesha vizuri, mnacheka nini, unapata tu mtu tu anabuy hiyo product yako, just hivyo tu. So it's the same thing in an interview process. You sell yourself, you are the product, you sell yourself. And if you're good enough to sell yourself in the best way, you get the job. But if there's some ish here and there, and probably you're not even confident in yourself, you may not get the job. Yeah, so that's how I take the interview process. If you sell yourself properly, you get the job. And remember, in most interview processes, you're never alone. You're not the only interview. Nenda hapo unapata sijui mko 10, wengine mko 20, wengine mko 100. You all need a job. So what's going to make you stand out from the other people? What is going to make the interviewers say, the interviewers say, that boy, that guy called John, that one we need him. That one will do a good job in this company. That one will take us far. What will make you stand out? Because if there's nothing intriguing about you, you're not going to get the job, because you're not the only person who is looking for the job. So for the interview process, there are normally two phases of the interview process. One, there is before the interview itself, and then number two, there is during the interview. So you umemaliza uni, you finished university, you finished the college, you're there, you're googling, you're typing, you're looking for jobs online. Oh, this company, which are some of the jobs you have in Kenya today, jobs near me. You're just looking for these jobs, and then one day you're even looking in the newspapers, and then one day you come across, let's say in the newspaper, you come across a certain vacancy, and I hope you know where, for example, in the newspaper job vacancies are nakwanga huko mwisho. Uh, I know that because I've done that a lot. There's a time I used to buy newspapers each and every. I used to use. Is it 60 bob? I used to buy newspapers every day and check kama kuna job. Na check kila siku. Yani bro yangu alikuwa amenizoea. I used to buy newspapers every day. Namwambia ukienda soko usisahau kunibuy gazeti. Anakuja na, and imagine that's how I landed a certain job I was doing in Meru. That's how I landed my job, because one day I think God just paid me because of just how resilient I was. I never gave up. So one day I come across a job and I'm like, this looks like it fits me. Probably I could call the number, because for most job vacancies, they leave their contacts there. So I took the number. I bought some credit and then I called the guy. It was a guy. It was a guy. And we talked to the guy. And I don't know how, he just liked me. He told me the first time we talked with him, he told me he just liked me instantly. I don't know what that meant, but imagine I got the job. Yeah. So you've searched for this job, you've gone online, you have your newspapers, you've talked to your friends. One day you find a position that goes hand in hand with your qualifications. And you're like, this job looks like it's mine. All these qualifications they're looking for, they fit me. So which is the next step that you take before the interview? Which is the next step? So they have their institutions name there, their organizations name there, they have what they are looking for, how many people they are looking for that particular position. They have their qualifications, wameandika hapo kwa experience kidogo, and then at the bottom they have left their email, and then they have also left their contacts. What should you do first? Depending on what that particular what advertisement is talking about, because for some they say please please send a CV to this particular email. For some they say call this particular number. For some they say send your application letter to this particular address, and then they leave the address. So the next step after you see that vacancy depends on whatever this company or institution has told you to do next. Are you writing an application letter? Are you contacting them through the email? Are you calling? It depends on the instructions that they have given there. So you write your application letter, you contact them through their email, you call them, and the person says okay, yeah, it's true, we're looking for 5 people for this particular position. Alafu mnaongea, mnasikizana, mnaongea, nasikia okay, ni sawa. So they tell you okay, why don't you come for an interview on this particular day at this and this time. You've written an application letter, and then they get to you through the email. They respond and they're like, we received your application letter, we would like you to come for an interview on this particular day at this particular time. What do you do? So you have your response. You already have your umetuma hiyo barua, ushapewa response. You've sent that email, you've contacted them, you already have your response. Welcome this and this building in this and this particular area on this day, on this date. First things first. I said this in my previous video. First things first, your documents. Check that you have all your documents. Check that you have all your documents. All of your educational documents. ID. Is your CV up to date? Have you updated everything? Is your CV up to date? That's another mistake people don't put into consideration. Is your CV up to date? Remember, you should, every time you have a new experience, you have a new you have an attachment somewhere, you have a new work experience, you have something you're helping out in the community, there's a particular charity thing that you're doing in the society, always add that to your CV. Anything that could help you get that particular job. Any other certificate you've added, if it is a certificate you went and studied, probably after you graduated, you went and did something, some computer, please make sure that you also have that in your CV. Remember, your CV is like, it's a document that also sells you. A CV is a document that sells you. If somebody wants to know who they are hiring, they have to go through your CV so that they can know much about you. So is your ID ready? Is your CV up to date? Check your CV. Your primary qualifications, documents, certificates, do you have them? Secondary certificates, do you have them? University certificates, do you have them? Any work experience certificate, do you have them? Normally, one is advised, or I advise, anywhere that you go for attachment, please make sure that you tell those people to write a recommendation letter for you. Kama ni kampuni umeenda 2 months for attachment internship, when you're leaving that particular company, and that's why also you should be on your best behavior so that you're given a good recommendation. Have the manager or the CEO or the HR write for you a recommendation letter. You've gotten a job for probably 1 month, have that particular place write for you a recommendation letter. These recommendation letters also are to be attached in the bulk. It is to be attached in your certificates. It's also very important because these interviewers need to know, do you have any experience, and if you have any experience, how are we sure that you have this particular experience? So first of all, do you have your certificates ready? Arrange your certificates. Number 2, anytime that you have to go for an interview, you need to look good. I talked about these 2, grooming. Number 2 is grooming. For the ladies, from your hair, even for the men, okay, for both genders, your hair, your clothes, your shoes, the way you dress, everything, your grooming, nails, nini, everything matters a lot. I said the other time, for the females, make sure that you don't have such a crazy hairstyle. Don't have such a crazy hairstyle. Have a hairstyle that you're comfortable in. If you've never worn a wig, because for example this wig of mine, if I am to keep looking down, unaona inashinda inakuja hapa mbele, so it means when you go to this interview, you will keep doing this. You are so uncomfortable. The hair is even making you feel uncomfortable. Yeah, have a hairstyle that is comfortable for you. Just something simple, as long as you look presentable. So that is for the females. For the males, make sure that your hair or your head is clean shaven. Shave your head. Shave your head and let it be neat. This crazy sijui ma lines wa mnaeka sijui ni. Just be neat, just be simple. Be simple. Normally I advise people to be simple. Be in your simplest, please. For the women, make sure that if you don't wear earrings, on that particular day, this is not a wedding that you're going to, don't, just leave them home. Just leave them home. If you wear earrings, any jewelry, don't wear things that are, they just look funny. Unajua kuna hizi earrings sijui zinafika huku, very long earrings. Just wear something simple. A stand could do, just something simple. These tiny earrings could do, just something simple. If you also have jewelry on your fingers, sijui unavaa sijui pete kama ngapi, sijui how many rings on your hands, just on that particular day, just please wear just one presentable ring is good to go. A watch is another form of jewelry that shows some seriousness. I don't know why, but it shows some seriousness. A watch could do, but these bangles, you like a bangles hadi hapa, no, please don't. Anytime you raise your hand, you're going to give the interviewers your certificates, the bangles are dancing from this corner to this, they're making too much noise. So annoying. Just wear a simple watch. A simple watch. Either for the men or for the women. If you don't wear watches, that's still okay. Just be simple. Your dressing. Normally, a suit could do for a female, for a male. A suit, just a simple suit. A trouser suit, a skirt suit for the women, a trouser suit for the women. It could do. For a man, just wear nowadays there's this style that is called the formal casual wear. You're formal at the same time you're casual. You like it's a broken you have a broken suit, that's formal casual. You have a what? You have a shirt, but then your trouser is khaki. That's formal casual. But you're looking good at the end of it all. You look put together. You look like somebody who knows what they're doing. But don't go there wearing ragged jeans. Sijui ma crop tops for the girls. Sijui nini. Sijui kuna mashimo huku. Just make sure that if you can afford a suit, please do get a suit and look presentable. If you cannot afford a suit, which is not also a guarantee that you're going to get the job, just make sure that you wear something that is presentable and something that is comfortable. For the women, because women go through too much hell, yeah, you wear a skirt. This skirt is an handkerchief. Even when you're sitting down, skirt inakuja huku juu. Yes, it's a nice skirt, but one, it's too short. Number two, it's giving you a hard time even sitting down. So you're going into the interview room and the interviewers are telling you, okay, please have a seat. And you're sitting down and then you're there pulling your skirt or your dress because it's too short, your thighs are out. Don't do that. Wear something, if you're a lady, wear something that is knee length and below. Knee length and below, something that you're comfortable in, something that you know when you sit down it's good to go. You don't have even to look at it because you're feeling good, you're comfortable, you're even confident. It also boosts your confidence. Where anytime that you're pulling your skirts or your dress, there's a way, even to the people who are talking to you, interviewing you, they also have so many question marks. So your presentation matters a lot. For the nails, for the girls, if you are a gel person, that's okay. Don't have these makucha zinakakaa za kuku. You see these long nails that girls are putting nowadays. Kifanya tu hivi nagora tu msee. Just have neat nails, huh? Short neat nails, and they can be long. They could be long, but not that crazy long, not that crazy length. Just make sure that you look good. Normally we say your first impression matters a lot, and that statement is normally so true. Your first impression matters a lot. It matters a lot. So don't wear too short of the dresses or the skirts. Don't have too much jewelry that looks kind of crazy. Hairstyle, make sure that your hairstyle is simple and neat. On your feet, make sure that you wear comfortable shoes. For the girls, if you're not used to wearing high heels, like I said earlier, this is not a wedding to start practicing your high heel tactics. If you've never worn high heels before, please wear the shoes that you're comfortable in, because you will go and fall in front of the interviewers, and that one, now your confidence is already tampered with. You're not confident enough. It's embarrassing. How are you going to have a conversation with these people? Because that's so embarrassing. Have on shoes that you're used to. For the men, have shoes that you're used to. Lakini masandals, sijui hizi manini, just have closed shoes that you're used to. Comfortable closed shoes. Remember also at the end of it all, you need to be in your skin. You need to be comfortable with what you're doing. You need to look confident. And sometimes even things like clothes can make you not be confident enough, because now you have a very short dress and you're wondering, instead of focusing on the interview, in your head you're wondering, si jamani una panty, jamani za bwana unadai akiwa jamani sijui nini ama sijui you've worn a top that is leaving your cleavage, too much cleavage, and you wonder, see my boobs are out. Instead of focusing on the interview. So things like your hair, things like your clothes, your shoes could make you lose confidence. Hivyo tu kimchezo tu, they look simple, they don't look like such a big deal, but they could make you lose too much confidence. So number one, tumesema documentation, prepare your documents. Number two, grooming, make sure that you look neat and nice. Something else, If you're used to wearing perfumes, don't wear perfumes that will go get those guys sneezing their lungs out. By the way, normally I even advise, if you wear these extravagant perfumes that have all these funny smells on that particular day, wachana tu nayo, paka tu deodorant, wachana tu na perfumes. Just go as simple as you can, as simple as you can, because there's the way you can get into the room and everybody is sneezing, and then you're there wondering, Kaisa, what will you do? Because your perfume is too much in their noses. Make sure that you also smell good, but also limit anything that you wear on your body. Limit anything that you wear on your body. Remember, this is not a wedding. This is a job that you're looking for. Number 3, time management. You've been told to go there at 8, arrive at 8. Actually, nowadays I'm surprised there are some companies whereby, like I talked about my brother last time, but a young bro even now is looking for a job. And I remember the last time he told me that his interview was at 12. 12 during the day. I was like, 12? I thought interviews were normally at 7, 8, 9, I mean in the morning. But nowadays, it seems in the corporate world, it's a whole different thing. So, when are you told to arrive there? Usianze kusema ati African time sijui ni nini, hiyo siku ulale, ufike hapo, you've been told to arrive at 8 and then you arrive at 9 ama 8:30. Let me tell you something. These guys who are interviewing you, they are where they are because of a particular reason. If it is the manager or the CEO, they are the CEO or the manager because of a particular reason. And if you think they got there just by chance, then you're wrong. They put in the work. There's something about them that puts them out there, that makes them outstanding. So you also need to be outstanding in this particular interview. You need to do extraordinary things. Don't think like the usual Kenyan that you're used to. You're told to arrive there at 8. Normally, for the interview, they tell you arrive either 1 hour, but preferably 30 minutes before the interview. Why do you need to arrive early before the interview? One, this is mostly, it's a new location that you're going to. You may find yourself in Nairobi. Interview is asking you to be in Meru. Ama the interview is asking you to be in a place like Thika. The interview is asking you to be in a place like the interview is asking you to be in a place like Nakuru. Yeah, so normally it's a new place. You need to arrive there before time. One, no, you need to do what? To prepare yourself. You see, the earlier you arrive, you can even go natembea to take a stroll around there without much of a hurry. Look at the environment. You can Google something on your phone. You can look at some questions on your phone. You can just sit down and calm your heart, calm your mind. There are so many advantages of arriving on time. You find you're able to compose yourself. You're able to compose yourself, compose your mind, and even when these guys come, you don't have anything to fear because you arrived there on time and everything is okay. Arrive on time. So you're told at 9, please arrive at 8:30 or 8 sharp. But before that particular time, it also shows that you're serious. Anytime you arrive early, it shows that you're serious. So that is time management. The next one is any time that you're going for an interview, there's this thing we call referees. Who are referees? Referees are people who are called or who are contacted. They know you, they have worked with you before, so they are contacted by this particular company or institution, and they can give information about you. Referees are people who are looked back on, who are contacted before you're given a particular job, just for the sake of trying to understand you better and know you better. Remember, most of these jobs that you're looking for, these people don't know you. Hawakujui kabisa, hamjuani. It's not like your friends, you're strangers. They need to know you. Apart from your CV and how you carry yourself, they also need, it's like a testimonial. They need a testimonial from another person who has worked with you. Yes, we see this person is quite presentable. We see also they are quite put together, but are they good? Are they that good? I mean, it's just a show. So it's like these people give a testimony about you. That's why you should always make sure that anywhere you go to work, you always do your best And also make sure that your relationship with people you work with is good. Is good. Don't be friends, because we say normally at workplace hakuna mabeshte. Just do your work. Make sure that you do your work to the best of your ability. Anyone who is asked about you, they can give the best recommendations, or the best traits about you, not on the negative, but on the positive side. So referees, you've worked in a particular, you've gone for internship, you've gone for inaitwa nini, you've worked in a particular area, not for too long, kidogo kidogo tu umefanya tu kazi ukatoka, umepewa ndio recommendation letter, but remember this person who had employed you was in direct contact with you. This is the best person to be contacted anytime you're looking for a job, so that now this person can give their view about you. Were you doing a good job? Were you arriving on time? Were you carrying yourself well? How was your teamwork? Were you working well with colleagues? Ama ni mashida tu makesi hapa pale nini? Were you violent? All these things, the person who employed you, who gave you the internship, is the right person to give all this. Note, your referees are not your family members. It's not allowed. Your referees are not your relatives. Sawa. They are not your family members, they are not your relatives. Now you may ask yourself, kama sijaifanya kazi, you normally unaulizwa in many jobs you're asked to give 2-3 referees. So unapata tuseme I've just graduated from college ama university and I've only worked for one company as an intern. So niko tu na referee mmoja. So where do I get the other 2? So normally you are advised, it should not be your mom, your dad, your relative, your family member. Remember, these people could be biased. Remember, this is your family. These are not people you've worked. Hiyo ni familia yako. You know, those are not your referees. Referees are people you have worked with. Your pastor, your priest could also act as your referee. If there's this particular area that you go to church, could be your home, or I don't know, you go to church normally, you could put that person as a referee. Now umeandika pastor nani referee, number 2 umeandika sijui huyu CEO, number 3 ukaandika sijui jamaa fulani hapo a certain institution. After you know that you're going for after you know that you're going for this particular interview, after you are sure that you're going for this particular interview, because you have the contacts of these people, you need to call these guys, you need to call your referees. Si uko na watatu ushawaandika, unafaa wapigie simu waambie hello, hi, it's this, it's introduce yourself. I worked with you this year and this year. I was your intern this year and this year in this and this particular company or institution, and right now I'm looking for a job and I recommended you guys as my referees, and anytime that you're called about me, just know that it is the company that I'm going for an interview in that is contacting you. So don't be shocked. You're informing them that they could receive a call anytime inquiring about you. Not just crazy, there are so many con. So inform them that in case they get a call about you, they should not be surprised because you're looking for a job. Contact your referees. Inform them that you're looking for a job. Also inform them that you give out their email addresses. Inform them that you give out their contact numbers, and they could be contacted anytime from that particular company or institution. So referees are also that's also another point that you should put in mind. Make sure that you contact your referees. I've had cases of people, you put your referees lakini uwaambii, so hawajui, alafu ukishapigiwa hata hawakumbuki. Remember, these guys are working with so many people. Even if you're an intern in that particular company, they have had so many interns. So once you inform them, at least now they are ready. But if you don't inform them, they'll be like, Lucy who? I don't think so. They'll take a long time to even load whatever they are being told about. So inform your referees that you could expect a call. This is about me. Please give in a good word for me. That's something else about the referees. Another point, you've received this acceptance for interview attendance. This company, wiko wapi? Where is it? Where is the company? Where is it located? For example, if it's in Nairobi, Nairobi is big. There's so many buildings. There's so many roads, yeah. Unafika hapo labda unadhani umefika mapema, lakini juu huku hujui exact location, unazunguka unapata hadi umechelewa na job interview. What you should do your due diligence. Another point is do your due diligence of the exact location where that particular institution is or company is or organization is. So you're in Nairobi, umeambiwa uende Nanyuki. So you have the contact, you can either call and inquire, but the best normally I say just Google. You know nowadays kama venye nasema everything is online. Google kwenye iko nini. If you have Google Maps, hapana, those ones can disappoint you. Just Google where it is. If you can contact somebody from that particular organization so that they can direct you in the best way possible, please contact that particular person. Know the exact location so that on that particular day, if it is in Nanyuki and you're coming from Nairobi, you know I will arrive here and then I'll take 10 minutes to this organization, or I'll take 20 minutes, so that you can even plan yourself on your time. You want to arrive earlier, so you also organize yourself on your time. Something else is so you have this particular company organization where you're going to. Another point, in the spirit of looking for the location, also research about that particular company. This is a new company that you're getting employed in. This is a new organization that you're getting employed in. What do they deal with? Which are some of their policies? Which are some of their guidelines? What do they do? Yeah, what do they do? They do research on that particular organization, because nowadays also you find that these interviewers will want to see if you know about where you're going to work. So they'll also have some questions concerning the, so unaweza like could you please tell us or give us at least 3 policies of H&H company, if that's the name of the company. Wewe na wewe hujui hata policy hata moja, so unaenda hapo tu unang'ethia kuzoeza like so you don't know anything. Do research on particular company. You can also research on how they carry out the interview processes, some of the questions they ask. All these things are online. Some of the questions they ask, look at the questions, get ready, prepare your mind, read about them, do your research on that particular organization or company that you're going for that particular interview. Look at the questions. Hizo maswali zao ziangalie tu, zisome maswali, tafuta majibu. Soma, angalia maswali, tafuta majibu. If look at the questions, look for the answers. And then in your own mind also, because you're a learned fella, you're a learned person, anticipate also some of the questions that you can be asked. You know, you're not dumb, just anticipate. Okay, so wameuliza hey, so probably they could ask even about this. So they have asked this, so probably they could ask about this. Anticipate also, make your own questions that you could have. Just research, and also at the same time come up with your own questions about what you think they could ask about. So anticipate potential questions so that you prepare your answers adequately. And then also prepare you ask in the interview, do you ask questions? Because now you're the one now on the hot seat. Will you ask any questions? Yeah, you can ask questions if you have any. But normally during the first interviews, because you're anxious and everything, not many have the confidence of asking questions. Normally unaambiwa, so that's the end of our interview. Thank you so much for your time, blah 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 blah. Alafu unaambiwa we'll give you the feedback. So unaenda. So you could ask, now when you're preparing to go for that interview, you could have 1 or 2 questions. That also shows that okay, huyu jamaa ako sawa, and this guy is quite confident. So that is for the preparation. Hizo zote unajitayarisha, haujaenda bado. That is for the that is before the interview. Now, you've dressed properly, you're well groomed, you have your documents ready. It's on this particular day. You've come out of your house ready for the day, ready to battle the interview and slay it. You have everything ready, so you arrive. You're there even 30 minutes before. You've composed yourself, you've counter-checked your documents again, you've gone through the questions again, you've researched more about the company again, umejitayarisha, you've wiped your shoes. If they're a bit dusty now, they're shining. You've corrected your hair, you've gone to the toilet, your boils are empty, yani everything iko tu sawa. Umekunywa maji, if your lips are dry, umejicompose, umeacha kutetemeka, you've stopped feeling the butterflies in your stomach. So now it's on this particular day, it's time to go slay the giant. You're there outside, you've arrived, and there are 5 people before you, or 2, so you're in line. So you just sit there and wait. Kidogo kidogo, your turn has arrived. So you're here next. Basic courtesy. Knock. Remember, definitely it's an office. Knock. If the door is closed, open a bit so that you can hear them giving you the response. Remember, the door could be closed. Una knock too. Unasikia probably somebody soft spoken. Anasema yes, come in. Yes, get in. You can't hear. So it seems like labda hata wewe wasikizi. So it also might give the wrong impression. Open the door kidogo so that you hear the interviewers giving you the what? The gateway to get into the room. So you get into the room. Get to the room, you're carrying your documents, you look presentable, you're smart. Greet the interviewers, say hi to them, good morning, good afternoon. Greet the interviewers. If just by reading their body language, if they seem like they want a handshake, go greeting each one of them. It doesn't hurt. You greet each and every one of them. Basic courtesy. When you're going for the interview, don't just sit down before you're asked to sit. Remain standing until you're asked, okay, please have a seat. Alafu unakaa chini na unasema nini? Unasema thank you. So knock on the door, wait for the response before you enter. Ukishaingia, hakikisha you've shut the door quietly. Usibang mlango. You've shut the door quietly, and then wait until you're offered a seat. Now this is during the interview. I say the interview process normally has two parts. Also remain standing until you're asked to sit, down. Please make sure that once you sit down, your posture, I keep mentioning about the posture, your posture is upright. If a ruler is to be put between your shoulders and your butt, itajialign. Si venye tunakanga hivi tumejikunja. Hapana, make sure that your posture is upright and your feet are firmly planted on the ground. Make sure that your posture is upright. So you're sitting in an upright manner. You're not looking down. No, you're looking at the interviewers. Make sure that you make eye contact. If there is one of the life skills that is very important, people don't notice, is making eye contact with whoever you're talking to. If somebody is talking to you, look at that particular person in the eye. If the interviewers are speaking to you, look at them in the eye. It also shows that you're confident about yourself. It also shows that you're sure about what you're saying. So umekaa hapo chini ni nini, you've been asked about yourself, you've explained in the best way possible, and then you're asked to pass the documents. You've passed the documents, so they're going through them. So the first interview is asking you questions, the second is asking you questions, the third, the fourth, all of them are asking you questions. Answer the questions to the best of your knowledge. Answer your questions to the best of your knowledge. Normally you're told, avoid saying yes or no. Avoid short answers. Explain your answers in the best way possible. What happens if you're asked a question and you don't know? Just be honest. Just be honest and say that you do not know, but you're willing to do some research and blah, blah, blah. Don't lie. In an interview, do not lie. Make sure that you're blunt. Make sure that you're honest. Answer the questions to the best of your knowledge. That is something. So make eye contact. Make sure that you answer the questions to the best of your knowledge. Make sure that you're composed, you're confident. Just take your time. Don't look like you're panicking or something like that. So those are some of the things you should be considerate about. Also, when you're answering some of these questions, make sure that when you're answering some of these questions, make sure that you're polite. Unajua kuna watu hawajui kuongea politely. Make sure that you're polite. Make sure that you're polite. Your tone is polite. Everything is just polite, yeah. And then also gestures like nodding your head when the interviewers are speaking. If they make a joke, just smile. I mean, just make sure that you're as relaxed as much as as much as you're as relaxed as much as possible. Now you ask yourself, which are some of the things you should avoid during an interview process? Some of the things you should avoid. One, getting late for that particular interview. Number two, dressing and grooming inappropriately. Number three, giving yes or no answers. Explain your answers to the best of your knowledge. Number three, speaking negatively about your previous employer. What? Speaking negatively about your previous employer. Please make sure that you don't do that. That one could create a very negative impression, because this could also be employers. So does it mean that you will talk negatively about them? Number five, sitting before you are asked to sit. It's a bad food. Sitting before you are asked to sit. Remain standing until you're asked to sit down. And then number six, discussing money. Unless they ask you, but discussing money, because now it shows that you're so much money minded, you don't even care about the work that you're going to do. Sijui ati mtanilipa sasa siku zenye niko off, huwa mnalipa watu ama huwa mwalipi. Sasa alafu ika 20k bana, na venye hii maisha ni ngumu, nitamake kweli? Don't discuss money issues unless the panel of interviewers asks you about money, salary, or something like that. And then also there's something else that one is normally asked. I remember, let me just give you a back story. The first time I got employed, I never knew all these things about interviews and everything. So I'm asked for the interview, I arrived there on time and everything. I'm prepared in it. Okay, I think I'm prepared. I get in, I'm asked all these questions, I answer them to the best of my knowledge, and then one question just popped up. So madam, please tell us how much money you'd like to get paid. And I was struck. I was like, kwani they don't have a specific amount of salary they pay people? Sasa what should I say? That question threw me off guard, because I was just like, I never anticipated that question, and then I never did my research. I thought I was prepared. I never did my research. So what happened? Till today I've never forgotten. I gave the amount that I gave was a quarter of what everybody else was earning in that particular place. So I get out after giving my amount, and they ask me, are you sure? I say, yeah, it's okay. I get out, and then I talk to some people, nini. Funny enough, I got the job because I wanted salary kidogo, so definitely they were going to save some cash, so they definitely gave me the job. But then after inquiring about the salaries of the guys who are still there, who had been working there for some time, I realized why those guys were being paid so well. But for me now, because I gave a very low figure, that's the money that I was earning. So there's this question normally that you're asked about, how much salary would you anticipate, blah 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 blah. Make sure that you do your research about how much these guys pay, so that also when you give your figure, you can give a figure that is close to that or just a bit higher than that. Isikuwe too low. Yeah, at least you have an idea of how much you could. So if they pay probably around 80k to 100, at least you can have around 90, lakini si ati 20. There's a figure that you can say like, umefanya research kweli, ni kama uko serious. So do your research about the salary range, the amount of money you want. Let it not be too high depending on the company's policies, or let it not be too low depending on the company's policies. Things like off days, leave, how many leave days the company has, all those things normally are online. So when you research about this particular organization, you'll find them online. About if they pay on leave days, everything is online. Just do your research. Just do your research. So that's all. In the company, in the interview process, if you're able to nail it and do it to the best of your ability, you'll get the job. But if there's some hicks here and there, you may not get the job. But we say if you don't get the job, it doesn't mean that you failed. It just means that you need to improve on something and try later on. try later on. There's always another chance, there's always another opportunity. So don't think that your life is over. No, no, just take it as a lesson. Take it as a lesson. Na pia ukiambiwa at the end of it, when the company tells you that, you know what, thank you so much for your time, but for now we don't think we will consider you for the job. Don't abuse them or act rudely. Remember, next year, 2 years later from that time, they may require they may have another vacancy. 3 months from then, they may have another vacancy in the same position. So don't burn bridges. Just accept, say thank you so much, and then leave and try later. There's always another chance, another opportunity that will come up. So take it as a learning lesson. Yeah. So you learn as you go. It's life. We learn as we go. You make a mistake, you correct it next time. You make this, you correct it next time. You do this, you arrive late, next time you arrive on time. Yeah, guys, so that's all I can say about the interview process. Something else that I may have left out is nowadays, because of the digital, because of how much we have developed digitally, you find that some companies or organizations ask you to use Zoom. You also find actually there are some organizations or companies that have 3 interviews. So because companies and organizations and the institutions are run differently, they are managed differently. So unapata kuna interview ya kwanza, kuna interview ya pili, kuna interview ya tatu, and you need to attend all of them. For others, you find that your interview will be in a Zoom, will be through Zoom. Now ujui stories za Zoom, hadi hadi upload your application ya Zoom, you don't even know how it works. So probably something I may have left out is that if the company tells you that you need to get on Zoom on this particular date at this time, remember, you need to be there earlier than them. You need to research about the Zoom app. You need to download the Zoom app. You need to practice using it. Call somebody, call your friend using the Zoom, wacha muongee mkionana kwa hiyo Zoom, ndo ujue hii button ya kumute, this button is for muting the audio, this button is for ya kutoa video. If you don't want video, unaitoa, so that on that particular day you can be ready. I was giving you an example of Micah Young bro. Micah Young bro told so we'll have a Zoom meeting on this particular on this particular day at this particular time. So he never did his research on the Zoom. He has never used Zoom. Though I had advised him, please make sure that you download that app. Please make sure that you call me using the app so that you can talk, so that you know how it works. So on this particular day, it was drama. My bro downloaded the Zoom app late. He didn't know how to use it. When he got in, because of struggling to do how to log in and everything, he got in 20 minutes late into the interview. And the first thing, when he got into the Zoom meeting, the employers were waiting for him. The employers were already there. They had been waiting for him 20 minutes. So definitely he lost the job. The employers, the CEO, ama sijui ni manager, were waiting for him 20 minutes. He had wasted their 20 minutes. Imagine, these are busy people. These are people who have things to do. Make sure that you know how to use the Zoom. And then when he got into the Zoom meeting, he didn't know which button was which one. So he found himself, he mute the audio. So he was seeing these guys speaking, but he cannot hear what they're saying. Second mistake. So they are speaking to him, they're telling him something, but for the first 2 minutes, he wasn't hearing what they were saying because he had muted the audio. This was disaster. So he definitely lost the job. Please make sure that you download the Zoom app, know how it works. Yeah. Practice using it. Know which one is the audio button, which one is the video button, how do you log in, how do you log out, blah blah blah. Just know all these basic things. Don't ignore these basic things. So nowadays things have really changed. I've noticed that things have really changed. Sijui the 2 interviews, 3 interviews, sijui kuna interview ya managers, sijui kuna interview ya HR, sijui nini. Na pia sometimes some companies now advising that they use Zoom for the interview. All these because of how much technology, we've come a long way in terms of technology. Things are changing. For some companies, you don't need to go physically. So you need to learn all these emerging things that are in the interview world. You need to learn all this research. You need to learn about all these things. How do you write email? How do you write a CV? Hizi vitu zote you need to be learning about them. So yeah guys, so I think I have exhausted everything that concerns an interview. And even for me, I never started perfectly, but with time, because I've gone for so many interviews, endless interviews, at some point I even gave up. But now giving up is also not an option. You need to keep trying. You need to keep trying. And on the verge of giving up, I luckily I got a job. You don't give up. You fail today, you try tomorrow. You fail today, you try tomorrow. So you don't give up. The problem is giving up. But if you keep trying, definitely at the end of it all, you will get a job. Yeah, guys. So I think I've exhausted the interview process. Make sure that you're prepared. You're well prepared for the interview. You believe in yourself. All these things matter so much. Yeah. So I think I'm going to end it there. I'm 50. I'm almost 1 hour in. So it's wild, but anyway, it's interesting. Yeah, today I've ni kuinvert. Leo nimekula venye nimeweka simu hivi badala ya isimame. Yeah. Yeah guys. So I think I'm going to end my video here. It's almost 1 hour in. Make sure that you subscribe to Boss Betty KE. Make sure that you like the video. Please go and subscribe. I'm on the road to 200 subscribers. I'm at 193 and I'm so happy for those who have subscribed so far. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the subscription. Subscription is free. Like the video, subscribe. Subscription ni bure. Subscribe, support a girl, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.